Check. $9.59. Good morning, everyone. Grab a sip of water if you need one. It's Wednesday. I'm sending out a survey to everyone today to just find out what people really want to know and how they want to experience it, how the platform's working, and if you want Zoom in there once a week or shorter classes or longer classes, etc. So keep an eye out for that, and if you could fill it out, it's just a quick Survey Monkey, and it'll really help me to deliver for you. So it's 10 a.m. Let's take a moment for some meditation. So find a comfortable position, sitting down, either resting into a chair or body upright. We're going to hold the Pure Yang Mudra, so the pinky, middle finger, and thumb are touching. The ring and index finger are not, and they form kind of a ball. And we're going to hold that at the lower dantian, this lower energy center. Tongue resting on the roof of the mouth, crown open. Find the stability of a mountain, the stillness of it, the quiet. Within your hands, the two palms connecting, start to feel a small sun between your palms. This Pure Yang Mudra is an activating mudra for bringing more yang into the body, accessing that clear light. Let your breath soften and even, just natural breathing. Feel the sun between your palms growing brighter with every inhale. And denser with every exhale. Let the weight of gravity help you find an easy aligned space. the body's relaxing down, the energy's rising. Take the sun between your palms and draw it into the lower dantian. Seeing it grow brighter. Filling the lower dantian with light. Clarity of action. And on your next breath in, keeping this mudra close to your body, let it rise up. Pivoting the middle finger pointing up, still holding the Puriyang mudra in front of the heart center. Connecting the light of the sun between your palms and drawing it into the heart center. Activating your heart. Joy, creativity, openness, connection. Feel the whole heart center filling with golden crimson light. Feel the connection between the lower dantian source, that nourishing resource of qi, rising up to the heart. Connecting with the inner voice in you, directing you. Keeping those two centers active on the next breath in. Let the hands rise so that the thumbs are at the third eye, gently touching the third eye. Feel the golden light of this mantra pouring into your brain, filling the whole upper dantian with golden light. Feel your connection to the infinite present moment. Access to the celestial, timeless, formless world. And keeping all three centers active and available for you to access during our practice. Take a deep breath in through the nose, and as you exhale out the mouth, let the mudra descend all the way back down to the lower dantian. Listening to the wisdom of the infinite in the upper dantian, the root of resource in the lower dantian, and the present moment of action or non-action in the middle dantian. Set your intention for the practice. honest about where you're at right now and what's available to you, and checking in with how to be here in the practice today. And peel the fingers away from each other, palms connecting to the celestial, turning over to connect to the earth, and descending to the lap to connect with the human being. And slowly open the eyes. So that's a short version of a guided seated Qigong meditation practice, which thinking about bringing in as a separate 30-minute class. But notice what that feels like for you, and see how it informs the next phase of practice as we move into it. So start to wake up your legs, move them around a little bit. Stretch them out in front of you. Shake them up and down a little bit. And make your way up to standing, and we'll begin our practice. Nice to be with you here on a Wednesday. So bring your feet together, ankles, knees. Grip the floor, feel that bubbling well connect, gentle lift in the pelvic floor. We call that closing the earthly door. That's sealing the cauldron. So as we accumulate qi and it builds up in the body, instead of having it drain into the ground, we're sort of holding it just a little bit, connecting it with this rising energy. The tongue resting on the roof of the teeth behind the gum line. The crown pressing up your body in a moment of wuji, non-differentiation, stillness. Practicing our neiguan, looking within, inner gazing, inner observing. Observe your mind and body, thoughts and feelings. Notice if you're trying to get somewhere or want to stay somewhere, pulling or pushing, where your attention's going in your body. Just noticing. Dominant thought coming in from the outside world, from the future or the past. Just put a little tag on it and remind yourself you'll get back to it later. Take a breath in and step out to the right. Turn the palms out. Raise the arms, breathe in. Stretch the palms open, lift the heels. Lengthen your body. Feel the gates opening, fingertips to tips of toes, your whole body lengthening. Look for the spots that are gripping tightly, and see if you can just push or pull through them a little farther. The front body and the back body both lengthening. And descend the arms to shoulder height. Extend the fingers out for a moment and just notice, still up on the toes if you are, pushing out, crown pressing up, and feel that lengthening to the sides. And descend into a squat. Take one deep breath in. Exhale, jump and release. And start your shake. The dancing and the drumming, the medicine of the heart. Breathing in chi like sunlight through all the pores of your skin. Breathing through your skin. Listening within. Shaking open the body. Clearing obstruction and habit. Clearing away the past and the future. And move a little quicker through our shake, so bring your attention to the crown and open the crown. Feel the crown spiraling open and connecting to the celestial sun, the moon, the stars. Use the Hung mantra to clear anything that comes in that feels like it's distracting you or obstructing you or feels stuck or any resistance or desire. I want to try and break past preference into the moment. Crown opening. Bring your attention to the eyes. Feel your eyes softening. You can press the palms into the eyes. That's what we usually do, or you can just feel the eyes closed and softening. Your gaze softening, and feel that softness, that relaxed quality kind of spread through your whole body. The eyes are the opening of the liver, place of decisions and the free flow of chi. So when we hold a decision, when we fix our gaze and don't let it change, the chi starts to stagnate a little bit. So we just let it soften, spontaneously move in the present. Bring the middle fingers to the sides of the nose, press up and down and breathe in. Opening the lung, exhaling out anything you really need to let go of. Literally seeing it just exhale out of your body, out of your mind. Flutter your lips. Clearing the body of any kind of gripping with the kind of lightness, a little bit of the silliness of just fluttering your lips. And use the tongue, move it, and clear the heart. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, Nice. Feel your head gently start to swivel, the neck opening, vertebra shifting, finding a little space, letting the chi flow. Gong means cultivation. Qigong is chi cultivation. Cultivation really means not only to grow something, but also to provide the right conditions for things to grow. You need the right soil, and the right amount of light and water. Might have to remove some other weeds and things growing there that naturally grow, but that you don't want in this cultivated space. Move the shoulders. Open your shoulders. If you have any kind of shoulder injury, it's good to open one shoulder at a time. So when you bring both shoulders open like this, if you have any injuries in the front or upper shoulder, it kind of pins the joint. But if you do a single hand, the body can rotate with it. So let the shoulders open and move, shake them out. Releasing. Spiritual gate of the heart. Anything that feels like it's in a pattern, just try and release it. Let the chi come down from the shoulder, through the upper arm into the elbows, and move the elbows. Feel that warmth, golden light, free flow of chi moving down into the elbow, from the elbow into the forearm, coming down the forearm to the wrist. Start to shake out your wrists. Feel your wrists opening. Shake them in different patterns. Again, doesn't have to be too hard, just let them move. We want an effortless effort. Least amount of energy, most amount of result. And come to the fingertips, and tap the fingertips. Opening the channels at the fingertips. Every element exists in the 5 fingers. Massage the hands. And when you're massaging the hands, just feel the chi kind of spreading into all of the joints and the muscles, the deep intrinsic muscles of the hand, and filling all the tissue with blood and life. Shake out the whole arm. And come up and pat the chest. Cupped palms, one high, one low, clearing open the lung, the ribs, the muscles of the chest. Just sending a little shock wave to make some space. Also bringing the chi up to the surface. Come down to the abdomen. Your center, your earth. Without the earth, we don't have the other elements. Without the ability to digest, we're not here. Front of the hips. Either palms or soft fists, whatever feels better. Open this first chakra, second chakra. A little bit of your drive come up. Feed your creativity and your action and your intent. Come to the sides of the hips. This is where your big decisions can get stuck, and just open the hips. Feel that shock wave. Releasing the hips. Come to the sacrum. Sending like a little pulse all the way up through the nervous system and the spine, helping the autonomic nervous system to regulate. And palms on the kidneys. Right in the lower back, shoulders down, chest open, gentle sway, eyes closed. Feel the fire and warmth of the heart pouring into the kidneys, the adrenals, the lower back, the lumbar spine, the deep muscles of the whole lower back and abdomen, all the structures that are around the lower dantian. We want to let them release open so that this essential, this source energy can move through the body easily. The lower back holds the Mingmen, which is the life's gate, and the Qi rises up the spine there, the Yang Qi, coming from the source. So really feel the lower back opening and energy rising from the pelvic floor to the tailbone, up through the spine. All the way up to the crown. And release the arms down. Shake out the hips. Twist your hips. Move your hips. Notice what's going on with your hips. As we all start to come out of our isolated cocoons and into the world a little bit, kind of dipping a toe in the water of some kind of connection, you're going to notice that your muscles, your psychological or physical, spiritual muscles of connecting with the world and separating from your home aren't what they used to be. You're going to have to recalibrate the process, and you might really notice something in your hips. So keeping your hips open and able to really adjust, change, and shift with the times in a way that's aligned with your center, what's right for you, your path. That's at the root of this practice. And come and shake out the knees, move your knees. Move them fast or slow. Feel the Qi pouring down through the hips, upper leg and into the knees, coming down the lower leg, into the ankles, and move your ankles around. Shake out your ankles. Open your ankles. Take a moment to really feel into the movement of your ankle, taking it through its full range of motion. Draw a circle with your big toe, with your whole foot in front of you, just lifting it slightly off the ground. And you'll notice where there's a little gap in your consciousness of the movement. You want to start to build up some awareness in that ankle. And come into the bottoms of the feet, tapping the feet. Feel your bones. Exploring this process of the way information moves through different materials in your body. The bones are this very fast transmission, but less adjustable than the muscles or the fascia or the skin or the energetic field on its own. And come into a freestyle shake. We'll do 1 minute of shaking before we step into the three practices, three movements of the form we're doing right now, which is the prenatal form. And this prenatal form is a physical embodiment of the Taoist teachings of what's called the prenatal bagua, which are the 8 trigrams arranged in their prenatal state. Their sort of before life state, their pure heaven balanced state. And on Thursday night, this Thursday, tomorrow, we're going to get into that concept a little bit. Take another 30 seconds. Another 15. Shaking out anything you need to shake out, any sound you need to make. Let it all out. Let it go. Come all the way into the present. And we'll come to a stop in 3, 2, 1, and stop. Eyes closed, looking within. Listen within. Turn the palms out, raise the arms. Breathe in, step the feet back together, closing the shaking practice. Descend the palms down the center line, the hung mantra. Let the arms come to hang by your sides. Come back to this place of stillness, of quiet. Gripping the floor, crown pressing up. Observing. Change of state. Shift in your awareness. Nothing to do with it, just make a note. One of the fastest ways to a change of state if you're out in the world and have 5 minutes and you really need to shift. Just do a 5-minute shake. Your body will instantly recover this state. It knows how to go here. You've been training it. You've been entraining the consciousness and the neural system to be able to go here. And slowly open the eyes. Keeping the feet together, let the palms migrate to the front of the pelvis, facing the lower dantian. We're going to go into the Chan Heaven is the first trigram and the name of the first posture. Letting the hands rise up to the prayer position, connecting to the heart, shoulders open. Gripping the floor, earthly door, heavenly gate. And the tongue on the roof of the mouth is the magpie bridge. Start to rotate the hands at the palms, turning the left palm down. Right palm rises, left hand descends. The palms turn and press up and down with bent elbows. So you're tracing this kind of circle with your palms. The shoulders are down a little bit, so you can actually pull down, like imagine you're pushing down on the elbow and pushing down with this elbow, so that the arms stay connected through the body as they move. And as we trace this circle, they're going to turn, staying slightly bent, reaching the middle point, up and down. The whole time connecting to the yin-yang symbol inside you and outside you. So breathing into the middle and out to the top. It's one of the only times we really have some tension in the legs. You're really lifting and gripping, and there's a lot of activity. So we're really working the legs in this kind of straight position. Not the same as locked, because the muscles all around the leg are pulling up. So the pressure should be even on the joints. And don't get too worried about it, but I just want you to know. And then feel your hands as they're tracing this circle, pulling through the body, the arms kind of twisting like you're wringing out a towel, and then it unwinds back. Feel the lungs and heart being kind of pulled open, the fascia around the lungs and the heart, the whole chest cavity is being pulled and stretched, opening any adhesions, letting the organs kind of get free, the ribs getting free. Feel this pure yang quality rising through your body. A little bit of effort, a little more doing. We'll take one more breath. When you reach a end point with one hand on top, descend the top hand, raise the lower hand, have them meet in the prayer position. Let the thumbs come to touch the sternum, elbows drop, palms pressing together just a little bit. Feeling that connection through the sternum to the center of your chest, center of your beating heart. The movement of qi through your breathing lungs. Take the palms and pivot them down. Release them to the sides. Step the feet out comfortably as we go into the Dui Lake. Lake is the next of the heavenly trigrams. So mostly yang with a little bit of yin, like a better translation is a marsh, place where lots of life can be. And we're going to connect a little more to the energy of the lung. So you know this posture because it's archer, but let the hands come up to face the chest. Elbows lower than the wrists. Lift the shoulders and open them. Let the hands come out a little more. Standing in a high horse so the knees are slightly bent and you're sitting down in between the feet. This is a classic Yichuan pose. It's called Zhuanzhong, which means standing like a pillar. And I know many of you use this as a meditation practice, and it's a beautiful way, if you have trouble in seated meditation, to just be in meditation holding this posture and let yourself use enough mental energy to kind of keep the whole thing there. And it'll often allow your mind to quiet. Plus, like my friend Ashton says, you're killing two birds with one stone. not a very Taoist statement, by cultivating qi and strengthening the body at the same time that you're meditating. So we'll do another 30 seconds holding this. If you're going to practice it, start with however long it takes to feel some real fatigue in the shoulders, but not coming up into the neck, and that should be your starting point. And then you can just add 30 seconds or a minute to that time every day or every other day. And in no time you'll build some real strength. So as we come into Archer, we're going to turn to the left. Grab the bowstring with the right hand. Press the bow out with the left hand. Draw back, taking aim, focusing on the middle knuckle of the index finger, releasing the arrow and coming back to center. Nice and slow. Turn to the right. Draw back with the left. Press out with the right. Focus, reach full tension, and release. Turn, open. So just like shooting a bow and arrow, once the arrow's released, there's nothing else you can do. So you want to take perfect aim, perfect posture, not hold it too long and then let go. This is our model for how you can have all the intent of doing the best possible job, and then once you've done the part that's yours, that you have control over, letting go of the rest. And understanding where that line is. As we connect to the lung meridian and the lung organ, our main system for learning how to let go. Receive, release. Just as we do with our breath, taking in the air, drawing it into our whole body, and releasing. Feet still connected to the ground. Like a rooted tree. If this is hard for you to do standing at any point, you can do all of these practices sitting on a physio ball or on a chair. I like the physio ball because it keeps you in that engagement in the lower dantian. Keep enough tension in the lower belly. Have your lower back stay stable. And you can increase the speed a little bit if you feel comfortable with the form. And notice the difference when you change the speed. The body integration becomes more important. But the awareness of the precision of movement goes down. So we always practice slow in order to really learn our alignment, our connection, study the information, and then we speed it up to test it and see if it's still working. So if you find yourself falling to one side, then you're going too fast. I shoot a recurve bow, and I, most of the time, shoot pretty slowly. Open, connect. Open, connect. The hands shouldn't go behind your body, so if you saw this from the side, you don't want them to go back. They should just come out parallel to you. There's a tendency to pull open this way, but we want to keep the whole front and back of the body opening and stretching. Shoulders down. Couple more. Each movement finishing at both ends at the same time. And last one. Come back to center. Let the hands descend. Connecting at the lower dantian. Coming into Li fire, the fire element, which is the heart organ. The nature of fire is to rise and flame, so this practice mimics that activity and also opens the chest cavity at the same time and focuses on the connection of the palms as the both receiving and sending of the fire element and the heart energy into the world. So with your palms here, let the hands turn up, fingertips pointing toward each other. And we're going to turn left and pivot up. Let the hands rise. Palms turn over and press. Hands turn over, catching this energy, sinking back down to center, rising up. So if you feel this in your knees at all, if you feel a knee kind of pulling in like this, you want to turn that foot to take any pressure off of it. So let's go ahead and just pivot that foot. So whichever way you're pressing and rising, you're going to pivot the opposite foot on the heel. Sinking, rising, inhaling to pure yang, exhaling, receiving, coming back to center, inhaling. Nice and slow. Feel the heart fire rising in your chest, coming through the armpits, along the inside of the arm, the soft part of the flesh, to the palms, expressing, connecting to your own energetic field and to the fields around you, to the Tao running through us all. If you have the movement, let your eyes close so you can experience the interior of this. Nothing ever locks straight. The shoulders stay down. Naturally breathing in as the hands come up. Because the shoulders are down, they'll naturally lift the ribs as they rise, just increasing your inhalation without any effort. Feel the nature of the rising and falling cycles that we live in all the time. From a single breath to the rise and fall of the sun, movement through the seasons. All different states, different reflections, of the story of your journey here. Crimson golden light of the heart pouring up through your body, connecting through the palms. Feel everyone who's practicing right now with us, all of our hearts together rising like one qi, creating a ripple of compassion, creativity, and joy. Take one more breath. And come back down to center on the exhale, palms facing the lower dantian again. We're going to come into the thunder practice, which is the fourth movement. We didn't get to this one on Monday. So this has a quality of connecting to the liver now in the wood element. And it's about the rotation of the flanks. The liver meridian comes up and into the lower ribs, and the gallbladder, which is the yang version of the wood element, the paired organ, that meridian runs along the side of the ribs. So we want to really connect to the twisting and opening of the abdomen. It's a lot of oblique, internal and external obliques that turn you. So put your feet a little closer together. And the first part of the movement we're going to do without the arms, which is the torso turns, but the hips stay where they are. So I'm going to keep my hips facing forward. That's these two pointy bones on the front of me. And I'm going to turn. And I'm going to look over the shoulder I'm turning to. Let your arms just swing at your sides. I'll do it from the side too. So we're basically taking the spine, and because the hips are fixed, we're winding it through its spiral all the way up, and the head turning is the last part. And you'll see the arms naturally want to go into a movement, so we're going to give them just a little bit of guidance. So now that you have the core movement, this is the most important part. The arms become a lever that just directs the qi and really moves it through the organ systems. So coming back to the center, come up and hold the qi ball. So you're just off the chest, about this far, palms facing each other. And you're going to turn the ball. So left hand on top, right hand on the bottom, or just do what I'm doing. And you're going to twist as we did, but this bottom hand, imagine it's hooked through a belt loop on your waist. And as you turn, it's going to give you just a little extra turn. At the same time, the top hand's just going to swing out. And then it's going to circle back, connecting to the palm, coming back the other way. The bottom hand goes over, top hand goes back. And they're going to move together. So turning, connecting, turning, connecting. and let the turn be driven by the lower hand. So if you have any shoulder problems, I have a little right shoulder injury right now. If you have a shoulder problem, just go out to the corner, 45. Don't try to go way back. And the drive from this lower hand is the important part. And then let it get a little more rhythmic. So from the side, the whole flank turning, the liver structure, it's on the right, but in Chinese medicine it's on the left, so it's this whole area. So as we turn it and open it, we release all of that stagnant qi, we open all of that fluid and energy. The liver is responsible for the free coursing of qi. So if you're having trouble with your digestion, menstrual cycle, if you're getting flashes of anger, you want to get with this pose and work with it. Palms still connecting. They're not two separate entities, they're working together. It's a little faster than the other ones. But if you're getting a lot of movement or you're feeling it in your knees, you want to slow it down. If you're feeling like you're overstraining your arms, you want to slow it down. Driving from the lower arm. You can see my lower arm literally is mimicking the shape of the oblique muscle as it's moving it. Connecting your mind to what really causes that movement. So it'll give you incredible strength in your core also, and balance. The head follows, as long as it doesn't make you dizzy. If it does, you can leave the head a little more forward. But if it doesn't, it's nice to get that full rotation through the spine. If it's bothering your knees at all, you can bring the feet closer together. If you've done cloud hands with me, it's similar in some ways to that, but more cloud hands to the side and back. The eyes looking all the way to the corner of the eye socket. We know the eyes are the opening of the liver, so by stretching the eye, we keep this connection to the liver all the way through the movement. And slow it down again. You may have noticed the amount of rotation from the beginning to now has increased quite a bit. It's normal as these vertebrae start to loosen and open and the little muscles between them start to get some activity. The ability to have more control over the spacing of your vertebrae and the way that they move and the ability to organize them increases. Synovial fluid and the health and flexibility of the intervertebral discs all get activated. If you've ever had any back surgery or you have any fused discs, just be careful not to overextend through that space. And you would know that by either feeling some discomfort or just go a little less than the most. Because fused discs, the disc above and below the fusion tends to have to do the rotation of 2 or 3 discs. So you want to not overdo it. Easy breathing. Spiral energy coming through the toes, and the feet up the legs, through the hips, the torso, and then the hands, the flower blooming, just the expression of the movement. Go for 2 more times. And then when you finish the second one, slowly make your way back to center. Palms facing the lower dantian again. Release the hands to the side, turn the palms out. Raise the arms as you inhale, step the feet back together all the way. Hands descending with the hung mantra. And then releasing to your sides. Coming back to this first Wuji position one more time. Earthly door, heavenly gate, magpie bridge. Bubbling well is the part of the foot that's connected to the ground. Inner observation. And just notice, same posture, different state. The ability to change states is the ability to change states. We do it in movement, we can do it in everything. Stuck in a fixed point of view, how can you change your state? This is the application of this teaching and the practical living part of it. So come down to sit, and we'll close the class. Keep a lookout in your spam filter this afternoon for the survey. Again, I'd really appreciate it if you filled it out. Close the eyes for a moment. Check in with your body, seated, stable, supported. Come back to the intent you started with. And just check in with it at the end of the practice. If it was a question or an idea or a focus, is there something there that you need to notice? Take a breath in, raise the hands, right palm over left, thumbs crossing. Descend the forehead to rest on the hands, in the support of a bow, support of nature, of the universe, of all the other human beings, teachers. Surrendering to the present moment. Let the hands descend as the head rises. The palms connect with heaven, earth, and the human being. Thanks, everyone. 11:02. Sorry, I went a couple minutes late. Have a great day. We'll be back at it on Saturday. For those of you who are doing Pathfinder, it's this Thursday night. If you are not doing it and you want to be, email me at thomas.droge@gmail.com. And I'm still working out how we're going to do it. I'm thinking now maybe we are going to increase the frequency to once a week for an hour, so that we have more contact and community time on that Zoom call, and a place for questions and study and community. All right, have a great day. I'll see you all on Saturday. Bren says hi.